Bonsai, good morning, Grinders, C3, Cobras, Miyagi-Dos, and of course Eagle Fangs. Rah! Doing something a little bit different this morning. I have decided to help with my flexibility, which is one of my main goals. I'm going to start doing some DDP yoga. So that's what I'm going to start off with the warm-up. Then we're going to do the form, some kicks, and of course we're going to lift. So I will speed through this, don't worry, you're not going to have to see the whole thing. But I'm ready to get going, so bonsai. Alright, hello and welcome. And like I said before, I'm going to start doing some DDP yoga because I think that might really help me with the flexibility. And that, that is one of my biggest focuses right now because I want to do better in my kicks and in Taekwondo in general. And I think overall flexibility, especially in my hips, will do that. And I want to be able to do the splits, either front or side, hopefully both, let's say by the beginning of October. So I'm saying it out loud, I'm making it a public statement. That's the goal. I'm going to try and work towards that. And I like the idea of warming up with the DDP yoga. I can tell you right now, this did better for me than what I normally do to try and warm myself up. It did get everything warmed up and I felt like slowly stretched, woken up and ready to go. So I really enjoyed that. And I think just doing that 10-minute warm-up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will really help. And then on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm going to actually go through one of his full workouts, which is 30 minutes or so, I think. So we'll figure that out. And here I am doing the form. This one happens to be song number 3. And I've got this first part of it down pretty good, except for the 2 spears. I think the left one has to go first. So that's something I'm going to need some more work on. But hey, before we get any further, I need to talk about the devotional. Looking through Tony's book today, I really wasn't impressed with yesterday's or today's devotional. And what I mean by that, I don't have anything to say about it. Nothing really came to me. So instead, I'm just going to give you my opinion on praying and tell you that, if you want to establish a relationship with God, you just simply have to talk to Him. That's how you get started. That's how you make your own relationship. Yes, going to church, talking to a pastor or a priest can answer a lot of questions and help you in a lot of ways. But the bottom line is you've got to do it yourself. And the way to do that is just to talk to God. And this doesn't have to be formal or with reverence. You just talk to God. Tell Him what's on your mind, what's hurting, and what you need help with. And ask for His forgiveness and His help. And if you start doing that daily, and you're sincere about it, I think you're going to be amazed at some of the changes that happen in your life. Jesus is known as the Prince of Peace for a reason. Not because the world is peaceful. The Lord knows it's not. But because you're going to have peace in your heart. And that's something you just can't buy. So, anyway, that's my devotional thought for today. Back to the workout. Here, what I'm trying to do is a hook kick, round kick combination. And I'm just trying to get used to this. Now I am kicking on the round kick. I am going ahead and kicking the pad bladed because I don't quite have, the upward toes yet. Here I'm doing round kicks with my toes bent. And they're slowly getting better, but still I feel this is my second weakest kick, the hook kick being the weakest. So, and then we're going to finish with my favorite, the crescent kicks. I love crescent kicks. So, I'm going to have to work on getting a jumping, spinning crescent kick at some point. Okay, a little more form, or a little more staff practice. The one thing I like about this foam one, other than it doesn't make any sound, is because it is so long, it's really easy for me, if I'm not in the right space, hit the ceiling like I just did. Because it's only a 7-foot ceiling and this is a 6-foot pole, so it's real close. And I couldn't even do the spin because I kept just brushing the top, but then I could work on my spin with the little one. So I'm getting a little better at that. I still drop it, And then here I'm going to go through the form real quick, what I remember of it. That's one thing with me, I have to keep doing the forms or I will forget them, you know. The old gray matter is getting definitely gray up there, so it takes practice. You got to keep with it. Use it or lose it. That's something personally I really believe in. You know, they say you never forget how to ride a bike. Yeah. If you don't get on a bike for a number of years, the first time you get back on one, it's going to be awkward. So you got to use it or you will lose it. So that's about all I have for today. This is the warm-up. I tell you, I got a real good sweat on. I felt really good going into the gym. And I had a pretty good workout in the gym, which is what you're going to see next. So this is all I've got for now. Have a great day. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Alright, Bonsai, welcome back. That was the warm-up. So now we get to go upstairs and lift. Yay! Anyway, Bonsai, I'll see you upstairs in just a moment. Alright, Bonsai, welcome back. Grinders, C3 Cobras, Miyagi-Dos, and of course, Eagle Fangs. Hurrah! We're up to the third three sets. And I feel pretty good. Got a real good sweat on. I'm pumped up, ready to go. So, no gabbing. We'll pop the buds in and commence to grinding. Bonsai. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about the actual workout I'm doing here. So the first one is, of course, squats. You know, just put the barbell on my back. It's about 75 pounds going up to 90. And this, you know, works your legs and your glutes. It's, and your core. It's one of the best all around, sort of a full body movement. So, I'm glad I'm doing it. I think it's very beneficial, okay? Like I said, I'm not a professional in any way. I'm a home gym rat that just likes to lift at home. So I have no professional expertise. I only have my own experience. And I happen to like the squat. And then, of course, the bench press, one of my favorites. So, this bench press doesn't seem as hard. I think it's around 125 or so. Which is not a ton of weight, but I will say that the magnetic weight is heavier than free weights. Trust me on this, you're not going to understand it until you experience it, but there is a big difference there. Well, let's say a noticeable difference. Let's be fair. Okay, and then after the bench press, we got the bicep curl. Had to move the camera around. I think I'm going to rotate it a little more here. Yeah. And I think maybe it's a little low. I couldn't quite see it. So, yeah, you're just barely seeing the bicep there, but that's okay. We are getting the vein growing. So, that means the muscles underneath are growing to the point where it pushes the vein out a little bit, which is a goal, you know. Just about every guy likes to have big arms, and that's something I'm working towards. Okay, and then we're, you know, instead of all the lat pull downs I do all the time, this is the bent over row, working the back again. And this is pretty heavy weight. And the funny thing is, if I forget to do this and go into the tricep extensions, it about pulls me off my feet. And early on, I did that multiple times. Now I raise the bar up, or the arms up, take the bar off. We're done with the bar. We're going to put the rope on and do the overhead tricep extension. You can't work your biceps without working your triceps. It's just not going to produce the results you want. So there's a nice shot of the window. You can see it's dark outside. So here we go. Just 8 reps, tricep extension. I think these do pretty good. Honestly though, I think dips work them even better. That's just body weight. So you can get much more out of it just by using your body weight. You don't have to have the fancy equipment. Most of these things you can do body weight and it'll work you just fine. I would get a set of bars. I forget what they're called specifically, but it's just a couple bars that hook together, and you can do dips. You can do so much on those. I think Liebert is one of the companies that makes them, and very versatile, and you get a great workout from them. You do chest dips on those, and they work you as hard as anything I've ever done. Now here, it's about 65 pounds, I think, per arm. So that's only 130, but I mean, it works each arm independently. I really struggle with these, and I like that. It's hard. See, I got to stretch the muscle out for a second there because it's really taxed me. And then the last but not least, the concentration curls, which these things are just giving me fits because I have it set up as a handle move because they don't have concentration curls in their catalog. And here it's supposed to be 16, so I do 8 on each side, and I can't shut the weight off. I do 8 on one arm, and then I'm going to rotate over without turning the weight off, because if I do, then it just counts it as being done, and that I didn't do all my exercises. So I think I'm going to have to go in and reprogram that so that it's 2 sets of 10, 8, and 6. So that's it. So here we go. Okay. That's 2 out of 3. I got 1 more to go. I gotta get my wind back. I'm feeling pretty good. Some of these are really hard, but that's what makes it feel good. So let me pop you up just a tad. I'm cutting off the top of my head. So sit up straight. There's your flex. Hogan to the right. Hogan to the left. The big bad Diamond Dallas Page. Bang! And we end with the Ric Flair. Woo! I'm making a commitment right now. We'll see you tomorrow. Banzai.